To everyone in the collective. Hopefully, everybody has had an amazing Sunday and weekend. And as we come into the closing of this weekend and start the beginning of this coming week, I don't like calling it that. We're gonna have to find other ways to reinforce, inform, and validate the days of the strength. I don't like calling it week. That means that Monday through Friday we're weak, and then the week ends. No, I don't like how that sounds. But nonetheless, hopefully I found y'all in good high vibrational energy, whomever you are, wherever you are in your journey. I hope everybody is protecting themselves, staying safe out there, making the right decisions here. I hope everybody is having a peaceful and transitional dark night of the soul, or if you're coming out of it. I really don't know what to say. The energy is very somber. It's more than that. So, as this is a general message, only take what resonates and leave what does not. Don't try to make the message fit. You know what is going on in your life. I'm going to just go ahead and get into the reading. I don't have a lot of battery here. I guess I'll go until either I'm almost out of battery or I'm ready to get out of this energy because, yeah. Ancestors are my highest good, I share. Cosmic beings, star family, and my highest good, I share. Spirit guides, I share. Protectors and guardian angels, I share. Guardian energies, I share. Primordial energies, essences, and supreme beings of my highest good, I share. Please guide me through this message from the highest aspect, where evil cannot touch me, where nothing can attach to me that is not of my highest good, where nothing can follow me back or trace my scent, my signature, back to my place of dwelling, which is under the protection of the Divine Mother, the Cosmic Mother. Please allow me to see into this message and connect to the energies that I need to connect to at this time being from a safe vibration. Please protect my energetic shield and field at this time. Please protect my mind, body, soul, and spirit from what may ail me or what may ail these energies in this message. Do not allow these men to attach to me, nor my healing energy. And allow me to give the message out as clearly and concisely and fluidly as possible, as safely as possible. Let no evil come against me, nor harm me, nor their wicked tools and devices. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, so last night, I'm so happy. Hi from Wisconsin. Hi, Wisconsin. Y'all, if y'all see that I have look like I got one set of lashes on, I've been redoing these, so we know I don't care. We know I don't care. But elevations from Wisconsin, my late night people, or my people that's working like late night shifts and stuff. Everybody has a different story, a different walk and path of life. So elevations to everybody that has tapped into the energy. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, I was so thrilled that I went to sleep last night, 9. Y'all know if anybody been watching me for the past month or so, y'all know my sleep has been shot. I mean, I'm not just talking about redirecting the sleeping schedule, but sleep has been non-existent to me lately, you know? And then when I do sleep, it's at odd times of the day or night, whatever. So I finally went to sleep last night, y'all. I felt so good, 9 o'clock p.m. It felt so freaking good. But then I woke up. I can't remember what I dreamed about, what it is that it was, but I went to sleep and then I woke up at a late time. I don't know. It could have been 2, 3, maybe. I don't think it was 3. I think it was like 2:30-ish. Can't be certain. But I wake up quite strange, y'all. I wake up, I don't just wake up like, nah, you know. When I wake up, it'd be like, bing, it'd be just like that. So I woke up like that last night. And all of a sudden, y'all, I started like bawling, crying my freaking eyes out. I was so emotional. And this wasn't happy emotional. This was, oh my God, please don't let me cry. Don't let me cry. I'm a crier over here. If anybody want to know, I'm a crier over here. I cry. Um, and I began to cry overwhelmingly, uncontrollably, and it went on for like 30 minutes. Like I couldn't explain it, and I was trying to remember like what did I dream, what did I think, what did I, and it almost gave me the sense like I wish someone was here. That was the energy. As an empath, okay, um, and not just an empath, a person who is very that is a conduit that sees and experiences all kinds of things here. When the energy in a collective, it don't matter how far a person or people may be, when it is overwhelming, overwhelmingly happy, overwhelmingly sad, overwhelmingly wicked, I tend to tap into that energy unwillingly or unknowingly, and then I'm in it, and then it's like, but now I know, well, this isn't my energy. But last night, I don't know. The sense was that I could not stop crying, y'all. I could not stop crying. And I just kept thinking or feeling, maybe they the same thing. I wish somebody was here. That was the energy. So when I woke up this morning, I was gonna do a read, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do my lashes and I'm gonna do other things, and I felt refreshed. Um, but then I started like shuffling through the cards, and why I decided not to do a read earlier is because death kept coming out. It kept coming out. I was like, nope, I just don't want to tap into the energy. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you, new subby. Welcome, new subby. Well, Lord, I add my condolences. My prayers go out to you and your family. So, yeah. If you are new to the channel, I must forewarn you. Um, I don't control the energy and the way the messages come out. So if it comes out a particular way and it may seem insensitive, or it may be it may feel, you may feel like offended, or it may seem offensive. So sometimes I don't have control over it. I'm working on that, but it just is what it is. Okay. I don't want to do this reading, but if I don't do the energetic reading and at least speak it out, put it out, not to project, but to release it from my subtle bodies and consciousness and psyche, bro, it is going to bother me. Okay? I know. Y'all remember when, well, I don't know how old everybody is, but for the most part, I would like to assume that we are all old enough or informed enough about, back in the days, 90s, 2000s, stuff like that. But y'all remember when like cancer and things like that, they were unheard of. Like people getting sick and diagnosed with, terminal illnesses. We heard of it, and it was so devastating when we heard that someone died from that or they were diagnosed with that. But it was like it wasn't even once in a blue moon. It was like an anomaly to hear that someone had been diagnosed with a terminal illness. Like, and now today it's like the norm, the everyday thing. And I noticed that some years ago, like rough. But this is a general reading. I'm gonna get to it. So um, this is whoever. Okay, someone either could be sick or being diagnosed with something. They could be on their deathbed. And again, that's not to be insensitive, to anybody's situations that you're going on with your home life or family. It could be any of those things. I don't know how to dissect this person's energy. I don't know if this person passed away or what, overnight or what. Okay, I'm gonna give different case scenarios. And the King of Swords keeps coming out. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be a masculine energy, but this could also just be somebody that lived their life very anal, very militant, like with no love. This could be a person that walked through their life with no love. This could be a person who walked through their life and caused people the death energy. This could be a person that walked through their life and they had no empathy, no remorse for anything or anyone, that nothing, you know? If this person was diagnosed with sickness or illness, if this person had a dream, and this is case scenario one, they had a dream that they died, you know? They had a dream of their death. And in their dream, when they died, they went into complete and total darkness, the void. It's so much that we have to talk about, bro. But I'm going to just say that loosely, okay? And then I can reconfirm later, you know? But this person had a dream that they went into darkness, total darkness, when they died. They could have also dreamt that they died alone. And upon their death, although there was darkness and this person was shown, if this is a dream or vision, they were shown the only image, the only color in that blackness of their death. It's like, this is where you're going, to the nothingness. This is where you're going, to the abyss, the void, the pits, the nothingness, the sunken place. The only vision, color, or picture that this person seen was you or someone in the collective. Case scenario two, someone has done something very vile and wicked to you. They didn't have a care in the world about it. This person, they could or could not be sick. They may or may not. However, when this person went to sleep, this person died. They died in their sleep. And they were shown that they were going to the sunken place. And in that, they saw you. That was the only thing. I know my contacts and eyes look crazy, but y'all, is because of the lashes, you know? I know that doesn't matter. That should not matter here, you know? So apologies. I have a dark humor. This is very uncomfortable for me, so I tend to try and make a little light of it, especially when the messages are heavy like this and surrounded around death. I do not like funerals. I don't go to funerals. I do not like hospitals. Because hospitals, they have so much death energy. Like, bruh, It suffocates me to go to the hospital. That's why I try to keep my health up on the up and up and in check as much as possible, because hospitals scare me, bro. And so do funerals. I don't like them. And so I try to make a little light of the situation, although this is not a light one. But that is because it's not that death is uncomfortable to me. It's that I don't like dwelling in the energy, if that makes sense. Somebody may have be having somebody may have been diagnosed with stomach cancer. People's situation are different. Somebody could have like been having like a lot of indigestion and stuff like that. This person could or could not be, may not be aware that they have stomach cancer, like inoperable. And it's so fucking weird, bro. Like, cause oh my god, bro. Oh god, I'm getting another download. Someone could have someone could have cancer or disease of the throat, the esophagus, which would run into the stomach. Could be the lining of the stomach. It could be any type of yeah. I feel like because it was like someone may have been writing something off as just like gas, indigestion real bad, acid reflux of the stomach and stuff. I'm a vapor. I am trying to quit tobacco because I don't want to die of fucking throat cancer. You hear me? So, no, not better. A soft landing alternative to kind of transition, you know? Um, shit now. You know how they say, help me, ancestors, because I don't like the energy. I just want to get it out of me. I want it out of me. I want it out of my field. I want it out of my field. Another case scenario is someone has been on their deathbed and they know they own, it's like any day now. You said herb diffuser. I did see the herb diffuser, the little glass one. I'm trying to find it amongst the hustle and bustle of everything I have going on, the transition of my living space, and it's a big transition of my career path doing this. Hustle and bustle, but I seen it and I was like, bro, like that is fucking genius. It's more so steam vape instead of this kind of vape. It's not toxic. It actually helps break down any mucus deposits in the lungs, and you can use predominantly any type of essential oil or mint for it, like Maline, which is amazing for respiratory health. Man, like I seen it and I was like, that's genius. So, like I definitely thank you for mentioning that because, yeah. So, they have other inventions to help me quit smoking. Like I just don't, right now, I don't, I'm not going to say I don't. Right now, my money is tied into what I have coming in is tied into me making this big leap, you know? Yeah, we have air purifiers here too. I think I got 3 towers and one of those big HEPA, the newer ones, the round HEPA ones. So it's my daughter's for her college dorm, but she came back home and I'm like, yep, confiscate it, So this person could be on their deathbed. Case scenario 3. They know they're dying. They've been knowing this. And people. When people lay on their deathbed or they have, it's like a immediate death, whatever the case may be. But particularly people that are dying slowly, the people on dialysis, I really feel for those fucking people, bro, because How painful it must be, bro. Like we never mind. But those type of people, as they get closer to death, they know it, they sense it, they see it. And those people where, as opposed to the type of people that die immediately and their life flashes before their eyes, literally, your life is played before you in clips. Like I've been shown this several times. Good, the bad, it's everything. And oh man, it's so much more deeper than that. Mainly the main clips, it's it's like how a person lived their life is how the clips, the life flashing before their eyes, how the clips will show. And if they live their life predominantly evil, wicked, ugly people, cold hearted, just nasty people, of those clips will be their wickedness and even how other people felt, the pain they caused other people, it flashes like that. And it's going, I don't know how, it'd be like, if you ever seen a picture book like back in the days, it's like, and for the people that live real nasty, the majority of their clips will be the wicked shit they did to people, but they will feel the feelings of the people. Clip by clip. They will see the outcome of what they're doing to that person, cause that person in their life. Like it's like that. But for, look what fell out. They will be shown all their good deeds, their transgressions, their everything. And as some would. As some would. Um, but for the people that are on like their deathbed, I want to say that every time they close their eyes, they get closer to death. Final transition from this realm. And also every time they close their eyes, they see those clips in slower motion. Their dreams and nightmares either or become those clips. And it's doled out. And that's not I don't want to say it to punish people because it's not the same for everyone, you know? Um Sometimes when people die slow deaths like that, I believe, in my opinion, and solely in my opinion, y'all, don't get offended. I believe that those are the ones that have lived very wicked lives. And God allows them to stay alive, not only pain in living while they're alive as they know that death is coming, and then that's fear, and then that's all these things, but when they go to sleep, when they go to sleep, they dream of not only their death, but everyone that they have wronged. And it's not that it's they dream of what it is that, or they relive. They don't only relive what it is that they did to other people, but they are able to feel, God allows them to feel those people's pain, to see what they did to that person and how that person's life ended up, how they could have had any moment, one moment, many moments to do the right thing by that person, to rectify situations that they did wrong by someone or people, you know? And I think that they relive that every time they go to sleep until death comes. That's why I quite pity evil people. I pity them. Even if they do get stuff to me. And, that's why most days I just be looking at them. Do they even know? They don't know. They do know. And it's just like, I pity those people more than anything. But that's my empathetic nature, and I'm allowed to be like that, okay? Everybody has to die or transition, you know? And this is not for me to put fear in people's heart. We all know this. We get closer to a certain age, and we know these things come, right? But for most of us, I think we would want to make peace, or we try to make peace at a certain pivotal point in our life before we get to closer to the age, or just, natural death, whatever it is. But like so it's nothing to fear. I feel like the only people that should fear death are the ones that have lived wickedly. It don't be the same transition for them as it do for those that got it right, the ones that turned their life around, that made amends, that asked for repentance, that prayed about it, that did anything and everything that they could, or whatever was in their humanly ability to rectify their wrongdoings. Because we all make mistakes, And some people, they turn their life around. Some people, they have those near-death experiences in life, or they just have very pivotal moments in their life, and they just like, I don't want to live like this anymore. And they move forward, not attempting to not make those mistakes again, not harming anybody, and trying to make amends in whatever way that they may. And I feel like it's a good way to live out the rest of your life for those type of people. But for the people that are just like, I have all the resources and the money in the world, I'm the most powerful, I don't give a shit, there's no God, I don't fear God, where was God in my life? And they don't care. They go through life, and they go through life with that mindset, with that energy, and they hurt people purposefully, uncaringly, in any kind of way. They don't give a shit, and they shrug their shoulder, and they don't give it a second thought. And for those people, it's not always the same. But sometimes the Most High will show them by making them sick and making them live out periods of time towards their death. It's like, no, you're going to lay here not only in the physical pain of not being able to enjoy, not being able to see, to move, or whatever it may be, but being in physical pain, and then to be able to have to lay there and look around, and there's no one there. Every day that you get closer to death, and you're reminded that the reason no one is here around me, that particular person, they'll be reminded every day until they transition. The reason why I don't have anyone around here to hold my hand, or cuddle me through the pain, or the bad dreams of my life and the pain I caused, this because I hurt everybody in my life, and I didn't care. What an ugly way to die, bro. Somebody, look, I don't know if this was this person's, somebody had a dream. I want to aim towards that. Someone is sick. They could be hiding it. They may not be able to hide it. They could be on their deathbed. Nonetheless, someone has life cold, always holding a sword. Always holding a sword. That's the truth. And although we would like to see this as a positive thing, it's not, because the sun is in the reverse afterwards. Somebody walked this world cold towards any and every one. They didn't care who they stepped on, who they put in darkness. They didn't care who they hurt, who they harmed. They didn't care. So I feel like someone was given a vision of their death or their life in the sunken place, total darkness. That their transition, they would transition into the sunken place, total darkness, the very thing that they were, the very inner, cold, detached, cutthroat, mean, sadistic, wicked. However they lived, somebody had a dream that they were going exactly to the embodiment of, they had manifested what type of life after death they would have. Do that make sense? Somebody embodied darkness so much in their entirety that they manifested that darkness, life after death. Complete darkness, sun in the reverse. Next card that came out, Nine of Swords. These are afflictions that they cause people. This person was shown how they had people in this energy from being in this energy, how they were in this energy in their life, and they had people. It don't matter. It could be up to 9 people in particular who they afflicted because of the way that they were, how dark they were. They were shown all these things. But the one that stuck out, the one sword that stuck out, that was a part of their death, was someone in the collective. You, someone someone of importance. That the divine, that God, that death showed this person. They should have been more caring, more giving. They had it. And they just simply chose not to because they liked to see people in this dark death, 9 of Swords energy. This is how this person lived. That brought them joy. They didn't care. They didn't think about it. They didn't give it a second thought when they were putting people in this energy. So this is what their afterlife will be. And I want you to see, I have paid attention to this. I haven't used these cards in quite some time, but I needed to switch it up. I want you to see, right? See death. See the skull. Look on the other side of death, right? Look at the beauty there. I feel like that's you, collective. Look at that. If this is a father figure, somebody of significance, a husband, a mother, a wife, anything, I feel like that if this person was the cold death energy, dead-like energy in people's life, whether you're a descendant of this person, a marriage, whatever, you are the total opposite of that. You hear me? Full of life, where this person was full of death. You hear me? And I believe that that's why you are the most protruding and significant sword in this person's dream of death or vision of death. If they saw total darkness, they were only allowed to see in that death, they were allowed to see you. You were the only prominent anything in this darkness. And they had every ability to give you life. They could have given you life, but they had every ability to give you, to nurture you to live. Do that make sense? Just because a person gives us life, parental figures, doesn't mean that we have lived. Sometimes they give us life and we live hell through them. And it's not I'm not trying to be mean right now. Being very, very neutral here. Because death is a neutral energy. It is not some mean, ugly, hateful, heinous thing. Death is very neutral. It comes for people when it's their time. Death doesn't decide. People and their lifestyles decide when death comes for them as it comes for us all. But it is only the beginning, because as we transition, whatever life we live, and we have been able to balance out our darkness and make amends for our wrongdoings, we do have the choice to determine what kind of life we live in the next life. Or we have the choice to continue on a certain nasty, wicked, dark path. And that says that the afterlife for that particular type of person shall be dark. Some people simply don't get a chance at reincarnation or living out another life to get it right. That's how nasty people are, collective. And that could be this person's energy. So I've shown the cards in the pre-shuffle, and I typically like to pull it out, but this person very well could have stolen life from you, stolen something that they should have given to you, stolen something that would have given you life and taken you out of this death energy. However, this this person was like this to you. And they had, why do I hear repertoire? But they had every ability to give something to you, but they decided to sneak you in one way or another. They decided to be sneaky, greedy, malicious, heinous, ugly, wicked, dark. Look at even over this person's eyes, it's dark. So this person that shows me that this person shall see or live in the very darkness that they were to people or to a person or to you. But you are very significant in this person's life. It's something really, really, really significant about what this person did to you. And I feel like that it is like, it's showing like that because this person had a choice. It's like, sometimes people really truly do not have to be nasty and mean and wicked to us and ugly. And they just simply choose to. I'm a realist over here on this channel. And sometimes I give people the benefit of the doubt, like they don't know better. Forgive them for they know not what they do. But I've come to the conclusion over living very gullible through that type of energy. I came out of that and I realized people know what the hell they do. They know what they do. They simply don't care. It's not, and we want to give excuses like, oh, they have an entity attachment. Shit, they knew what they were doing when they got that entity attached to them, right? And it's just kind of like that, you know. People know their wickedness and their corruption when they do it, and this is how you know. Because why do they try so hard? If they don't know what they're doing, why do they try so hard to cover up what it is that they did? So, with that being said, forgive them not, for they know not what they do. Now, we're in the age of Aquarius. We all know what it is we do, period. And especially those that do corrupt and wicked and dark things to other people, to you, collective. And then we know that they know because they'll deny it, and then they'll go to extreme lengths to try and hide what it is that they did. So yeah, they know. You know? They know. Ace of Swords, truth. So, okay. You know what else? If this person did something to you, you a Queen of Cups, High Priestess, the Ace of Swords. When I say the truth, the way, the light, don't let that, don't let that, like, everybody get offended, like, that person's not Jesus. No. The truth, the way, the light means that you were the light, the awakening, the love, the deciding factor in this person's life You know what they did to you? Try to encage you, enclose you, control you, and bind you. And that is the problem. Wait a minute. Look behind the Eight of Swords. That's why you showed up as the prominent vision in this person's life. And this person also seeing you in victory in your winning season, despite what it is that they have done to you. Oh, bruh. For some of you, this could be an ex, ex-husband, ex-wife. I can't determine if it's masculine or feminine energy. This apologies, y'all, but you could be the child of this person. See that? It's different for everyone, but that was a very significant energy, bro. And where this person, if you are the child of this person, where they were meant to protect you, they blocked you. They bonded you. I'm telling you, this one, somebody had a dream. Nonetheless, somebody had a dream where they fell to their death or fell into nothingness, into eternal darkness, the sunken place where they are constantly falling. Because you see, this has no bottom. There is no end. And where there is light up here, even if it's fire, the fires they set, the foundation is crumbling. They are falling upside down to darkness, nothingness. Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles. This person had all the resources, the contracts, the connections, the everything. Yep. And they burdened you in particular. They had all these things and they let you be burdened. They let you carry the weight of burdens by yourself alone. And I feel like that this was the type of person, I don't know where the King of Pentacles went, but in the King of Pentacles in this deck, he has his legs crossed and he's just sitting back holding his pentacle, just looking and smiling like, with the contract of the Pentacles. It's just like, while you were like this, can you imagine? Especially if this is a father figure, a husband, a wife, an elderly person. This is an elderly person or someone older of significance to you. And when I say older, I don't mean old age. I mean, if this is a parent, they will be older than you. If this is a spouse, they like 2, 3, 4, 5 years older than you. They older than you. You know what I mean? But age, like somebody has aged beyond their years quickly. There's the Page of Cups. Somebody also had every opportunity to apologize to you. I feel like that would have mended something, that would have made things right. It would have mended your heart. Because I feel like you are a person that operates out of your heart chakra, even if you made mistakes, even if you've been in karmic energy. And we don't coddle over here, so I'm not making excuses for anyone. But for the most part, there are many, many people that have lived out of their heart space, and it has been terrible, terrible for us. And there are many, many people we know. You know how much an apology could fix things. You know how many times people had the advantage with us of mending things with us, or at least healing our heart of what they did to us, no matter how bad. A simple apology could have fixed that. And I'm not getting why the world does not know how to apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize as a mother, a parent. I apologize to my children. It needs to be good habit for them. We apologize. I'm not a stubborn child. People don't know how much an apology would help. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. And I feel like if this person is in their dying days, like, or maybe they had this dream, I don't know, maybe that was their wake up call or something. How they keep messing with my life. You know, I'm gonna say things from all perspectives. No matter what people do to us collective, no matter how bad, no matter how much karma we want them to go through, how much hurt, how much pain we want them to feel that they put us through, uh, we must remember also that we don't have a heaven or hell to put them in. And even if we want them to suffer an ultimate tormentual type of death and then afterwards they go straight to hell, we simply don't determine that either. The Most High does, and they meet their maker. And I feel like that if this is a person who has been a devil in your life, if God showed them something, a way to make amends to, a way to make amends to God through you, I feel like that this is what this person is wanting to do. Because you don't say, God, had a person a chance to make amends before they die. And it's like it matters. Yeah, we hurt, it matters, but we don't determine that either, you know? True. Thank you for the star, Kimmy. So now, maybe this person wants to come to apologize to you and heal that part of your heart. Maybe somebody may be very, very invested in giving you the apology. You know what? Because Page of Cups is not just apologies, it's an explanation. Something that you need to maybe heal a big part of your heart. You know? It could be in the form of money. It could be in the form of a big gift to help you have a new beginning. Because now that this person has been shown whatever it is that they were shown, they have a new perspective. Even if this person is on their deathbed, you know? Yeah, this is something that they have been holding on to. They could have been, the Six of Pentacles is there. Someone could have had given you something. Something is about a Ten of Cups. It could be your place of origin, your family history. Kimmy, thank you, love. Be anything, you know. It's going to be different for different people. You know, some people apologies don't work. They don't want to hear that shit. You know, it could just be a person or folks acknowledging that you are who you are, or that they were wrong. Or for some people, it could be material things. It could be a different thing for everybody. But for some of you, your wish fulfillment is just simply the truth about your family line and lineage. If you found out, or if you have been suspecting that your father or mother isn't who you thought it was, or they've kept family secrets from you that you need to know, these are things like that. Truth is freeing to you. That's your only wish fulfillment, you know? That's a part of you that has, not knowing something like that has damaged a significant part of your heart. And I feel like whoever this King of Swords is, they didn't give a shit. That was the energy. That's the energy of this person. It was like, okay, and I feel like that this could be something this person has held on to for a very long time. And I feel like that this person went to sleep, and this person could have had a dream of falling into darkness and they died. And in that dream, it was like God showed this person you repeatedly. The repeated times, the multiple times this person had to do the right thing, to apologize, to give you the truth. And they were just in this energy like they didn't care. And it's like God was like, showed him like, okay, so you can die with that same attitude. Since you were dark, you're going to go into the darkness. And not only that, you're going to die with no one around you. Not only that, you're going to see wherever you are in darkness, you're going to see collective pain that you caused them over all the time that you had the ability to do so. You're going to see on repeat. That's what the sunken place or purgatory is like. Purgatory is a sunken place. But you're gonna see on repeat, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna be on repeat while you are in uh, infinite darkness of falling. Can you imagine? Justice. Now that justice is there, let's go ahead. King of Cups in the reverse, and I said this person was cold-hearted. The fool. They didn't give a shit. They didn't care. It's simply, they did not care. Page of Pentacles. But somebody saw you as the Page of Pentacles. Now, when I want to explain this, the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, someone saw you that had that you like you are nothing, you're a nobody. Their King of Pentacles is like, oh, that's just a page. They don't mean that much. Their dreams and aspirations, those are just page things. That like somebody could have that energy, very cold-hearted, no love at all, no empathy, none at all. Page, the Emperor. This definitely could be a father figure. If this person seeing that you were in the death energy, and they could have the devil. They could have put you in the death energy, whatever it may be. What they did to you from when you were younger, or to your possibilities by being cold-hearted, what they did to you, a father figure, an older masculine, it put you in this energy. They left you vulnerable and up for grabs to the devil. Look at all these swords. And see, when I seen that 9 of swords, I said those are afflictions, right? But I don't feel like, remember, there was the one protruding sword, the one of significance in the middle. I don't feel like that those other swords are necessarily other people. I think that they are afflictions that this person willfully participated in and even inflicted or projected towards you. But there is a sword of significance that just solidified this person in devil energy. Because I feel like that this is you, or was. Salah, we're going to release that energy to be cleansed, purified by source, turned into a high vibrational energy for collective, and let those afflictions be used as their stepping stones to thrust them forward 10 times forward and 10 times faster into what it is that they were meant to always have and always be. Yep, because somebody wanted you to be cold, ugly, detached, everything just like them. They wanted your future. They wanted to pass on their devil energy, their entity attachments by afflicting you so much. Their plan was to turn you dark just like them. Why? Because this person is aware that death comes for us all. But if they were to pass away, man, y'all, we're going to talk about death. And I don't touch on this subject very often, but some people, they're different people when they pass away. They turn into an entity themselves. No soul, no nothing. That's how dark some people have lived their lives. They turn into entities themselves. So it could be that this person, in hope, they had been in such dark, devilish energy and magic, cults, covens, the bulk of the bowels of the pits of, right? That's what I was going to say early. Table that, put that as a side note. I'll come back to that. But this person, maybe they had done a ritual on you to afflict you so you could become dark, cold-hearted like them. So even in their passing, they could come back as an entity and attach to you. Bro, this is some crazy shit right there. That's the first. But Aleister Crowley, that was a practice and belief of Crowley. Anybody can look it up. And other dark occultists and stuff. That they could sell their souls to the devil, and if they did enough of the devil's bidding, that prior to them passing, they could cheat death and come back as an entity attachment to someone of their choosing, They would have done this ritual to a particular person in their waking life. This person would have to embody very high energy that would be high enough, light enough to hold an entity so powerful. And I just want to let y'all know, like Crowley practiced this. He spoke of this. They talked about cheating death. What I just explained, that's what Chucky was doing. How he cheat. Remember how nasty he lived, right? He cheated death, right? He no longer had a soul. He knew he would go into purgatory. He was an entity. So he had to keep body hopping, right? To cheat death, to never go to final death or purgatory, right? Same concept. Don't let those movies go over y'all head as just being fiction, because they play in our face all day, every day. Two of Wands, hey, somebody chose you, and it's like chose you as a ritualistic sacrifice for their transition or transit. You would embody. It's like the, oh my God, bro, that's too much. In that death card, remember I said you are the opposite of this person. If person is the wicked, most darkest, most lowly of living things, unliving, whatever, you would be the opposite of them. Embodiment of light, high vibing, glowing, healing, you know? So the ritualistic sacrifice, in order for it to work, as Charles Lee Ray, Chucky had to choose a child of innocence, of purity, unperverted, and untainted by the world. Even if you're grown, you would have to embody that energy. Do that make sense? So if this person chose you as a ritualistic sacrifice, they would have had to make you as dark as they can in this life. So when it was time for them to die, you know what I mean? You would be so cold that your vessel, the plan was to Salah, bro. Man. You would be so cold. They would have sacrificed such a beautiful, pure light that would be the payment to the devil to grant their wish of cheating death and just transitioning into another vessel. So they would have whoever you are, this person chose you. Sacrifice your light. They would have had to put you in the darkest energy, because only then, remind you, this came out like this. This person came out as the King of Swords and the Sun in the reverse. So in the future, you would be just like them, to be able for their darkness, the entity that they are, that they have become, to choose your vessel. If you also recall, because I want to point this out, this is a lot. I like to dissect things and look things down to the small details. In the movie Chucky, they said that Chucky could not transition from the doll into Andy because he needed the heart of Dimbola. But the heart of Dimbola just talks about purity, a pure, high vibing heart, sacrificial heart. But also, Chucky, too dark to transfer a darkness that dark, that dense, into the purity of Andy, a child, innocence, light, the essence, the embodiment of the divine. So to sacrifice or turn that child's light off, remember he wanted to turn Andy dark. Oh, okay, bro. Hey. Because that would be the only way that the soul transference would be successful. I cannot, bro. I cannot. That the only way it would be successful. And then what? And then it's like, They would soul transference and they would walk away while you would be bound to this death energy. What? And they would have your new beginning. Salah. So all that shit, we releasing that energy to source to be cleansed and purified. I'm gonna kick off my freaking shoes. My toes need some air at this time. I need air. I'm like, ugh. I don't like the way this feels, collective. I don't know, collective. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Nope. Somebody has been sitting and waiting on how to come towards you, how to have a new beginning with you, child. You know what? Remember I said it's not up to you. You don't have a heaven or hell to put this person in, but you do have a choice of free will. That two at once, you have your free will. You don't have to accept an apology nor a gift or offer from this person, because this level of wickedness, you can forgive this person, but you don't have to deal with them. I want you to remember that. And you can give this up to God. This definitely one of the situations where you can give it up to God. Because what? They put somebody took this oath and signed you up for a contract when you were a child. You were the target. You were the not sacrifice. You were the target of soul transference. So it was like before this person, like the plan was like before this person would pass away from all their wicked deeds, they were planning on snuffing out your light to make you low vibrational and dark enough to take so they can penetrate your vessel, your soul, your light body, which would not be there, or it would be so low or dim that this person could penetrate you. So on a soul level, okay? And they were going to snatch your soul, put it in their vessel as it was dying to suffer their purgatory, and then they were going to walk away with your power, your vitality, your vessel, your everything, like nothing ever fucking happened. Like, is this real? Look, I gotta download I don't know if that's a light that just went off or whatever. I don't know if that's this is old. That's old magic. Soul transfer is old magic. I got a download of an energy, a being that was exiled by the. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I have his name and everything. This is in. Yep, there we go. Trying to see when I started writing this. I wrote this on 7/4 of 2024. Okay, July 4th of 2024. I got this download. It's got the 4th of July and stuff. And fireworks did some crazy shit that night. But that I download, and they were telling me of this energy. And this energy was exiled for trying to unalive a primordial water kingdom light being, okay? And when I say water kingdom, we must know that the waters are everywhere, okay? So to think that water kingdom is quite separate is really weird, because we're predominantly water in our bodies. So don't let that go over your head. I'm not gonna squirrel too much and spend too much time on that, but I'm trying to see where it starts. I wrote quite a bit, but you know, so that could be Josie. This particular energy, I don't know who did this, was a person of great power and of the primordial kingdoms of water, right? And that would be everything, right? And they have a time very old. This could be Atlantis. This could be older. This could be on a water planet, water bearing planet. But we got waters in the heavens, above the heavens, waters above the firmament, waters in the firmament, waters in the body, waters around us. So be mindful. When I say water kingdom, everything is water, a water kingdom. Everything is a subsection of the water kingdom in one way or another. Okay. And they were telling me, and so y'all know I'm not reading blank pages. Like I write, I download, bro. No, I wasn't doing cards at this time, you know. Did straight downloads, straight downloads. My book is filled with this shit, like straight downloads. Anyways, they gave me his name. I shall not call his name. I'm trying to see where they were telling me. Sandar or Sandor is significant, okay? Okay. Child, this is too much. I don't know. 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 You would, to this person, if you are this person's child, because I know people gonna be like, girl, which part are you mixing fantasy with fiction and nonfiction? Just listen to me collectively. Just hear me out. Entertain my crazy for a minute. You would be like a Horcrux to this person. If anybody ever watched Harry Potter, you would be like a Horcrux to this person. You would be their life and their death. Remember with Voldemort, release that energy back to this place of hell. Remember, he could never unalive Harry Potter. He couldn't, because he would burn to death. But it was like because Harry Potter was a Horcrux, he couldn't destroy Harry because it would destroy him. He had to become powerful enough through all his wicked deeds, unaliving and sacrifices, before he could unalive Harry. But it would only be through unaliving Harry that Voldemort would be able to be unalive. Do that make sense? So, I don't know if this is this is like an old, I don't know how to say on it. I don't know. I don't know if I should read the story. I don't know if I should read the download. Whoever this is, you reincarnated in this life and this as this person's child. In past lives, this is the person that took you out. You could have been their wife in another life. They could have been your servant in another life. They could have been your consortium in another life. 4 lives. You may be life path number 4 or 5, okay? Number 4 or 5, very significant here. This person could have unalived you in every life, but primordially, originally, wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you come from, this energy started off as they were exiled. They were stripped of their gifts, their powers, their everything, their titles, their ranking, their everything, because of some type of treasonous acts towards the I want to see, they call them the elders. They call centurion elders. Okay, they use a different word. They gave me a different word. And sanuk may be significant to somebody. But the elders, this person, they're called Simpium. It would be something like I don't know. But another word they gave me was centurion, and another word they gave me was elders. Another word that they gave me, or titles they gave me, were the great ones, the white ones, the wise ones. Okay, these are all different titles, or these are elders have been known by from the kingdom that you come from originally. Okay, and you may be like an appointed mage, sage, the next to inherit or become, that was chosen. Because in the kingdom, everybody don't become a centurion like this. They don't get this title, but at a very young age, because of your high priest energy, your high priestess energy, your gifts, your light, your lightness, your purity, at a very, very young age, we can say 16 in human years, it was already chosen and said that you would be the next chosen centurion, and it would maybe only one is only chosen in every couple centuries. Okay, this the download, bro. Like, this the download. This the download. It's the download. And maybe this person was angry that you were the one chosen. They could have been elder than you. And again, because I'm going to reiterate, it's something about age here, right? Like, say you were a child and this person was older. They felt like they had seniority. They had pledged their allegiance to the elders, the kingdom. And how dare they choose a fucking child to be the next centurion? That was a download that I got, right? And so this person decided to betray the elders. They stripped this person of their title, their powers, their ranking, their home, their everything. They exiled, they ostracized, they put this person out of the kingdom. They would go into the land of no return, the land of the nobodies, the land of the forgotten. Do that make sense? They could have even been casted out of the water kingdom and onto the lands to be a land dweller, where they would age as the water would keep one youthful. Bro, like, fucking A. So this person decided to unalive you and take your power in that lifetime, and then they used it for soul transference. They were able to use your light, your whatever it is you are, your whatever you are. You have amazing primordial abilities, origins not known to man these days. But if this person is a teacher or some type of occultist, high level occultist here, they would have taught people about you, your power, the great power that you have, everything. These people would have targeted you as a kid, but this person would have. So the light, they use your light to open up a portal to escape that time and space. They went into the next life ahead of you. This was my download. They went into the next life ahead of you that they knew you would reincarnate in. How would they know where you reincarnate? Because they have your light. Your light is like your energy, your essence. It would be like a GPS tracking system. This energy would be able to track you every lifetime. And they would be able to go ahead of you using whatever remainder, because as you reincarnate, your energy returns back to you, but not all of it. This person found a way to keep enough of it to be able to not only cheat death, time, skip, or hop, but then also morph your timeline, your timeline in that particular lifetime when you were reincarnate. They were able to shape and morph your lifetime, even your bloodline, probably people that birthed you, parents, but grandparents. This person was able to shape or morph that timeline in a way where you would be born in their family. You would be born as their child. You would. And they unalived you four times. In another lifetime, they could have shaped or warped your timeline where they made it to where you were you would ultimately become their wife in another lifetime, their child. And I want y'all to hear what I'm saying, bro. Mm. However, you have, they would be like sisters, okay? Energies, beings. It's three of them. You may be young, the youngest of four, because that was the download. They have been sending you energetic healing codes and protection codes this lifetime, and even uh, it's a lot. 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 I'm just gonna do a part two. I'm just gonna. It's a lot. I'm just gonna have to do a part two, bro. I'm just gonna have to do a part two, cause it's a lot. I don't know if I should read through the. I don't know, cause I have been guided quite some time ago to not read or give out the information verbatim because of the intellectual and creative thefts that have been occurring, and then people trying to, you know, people trying to take the information and then spit it out, regurgitate it on different platforms as if it is their own, you know, like it's like, so I was guided quite some time ago to not give things out verbatim, but like Divine will give me a way to do a part two to where I can sum it up where I'm not giving out pertinent information, because even if somebody steals it and not try to act like, oh, this is a download that I got, it's like, no, they're going to miss the key information that's going to make it invalid anyways. But Sanuk, SAN dash NUK, Sanuk. Okay? In this lifetime, however, because of the planetary shifts and ascensions and the ending of an age, the falling of false senses of powers, the falling of false systems, the matrix. This person can't hold up those fabrications, the false. I don't know what you want to call it. Sometimes I mesh words together, collective, and they don't. You know, this person can't be held up, and whatever little energy that they had reserved of you, it's gone. It's gone. So not only that, maybe in your third life, these three energies, okay, these feminine energies, I like their voice. They may come off as mermaids or something. Because in the past life, you could have been mermaid. You could have come from a mer kingdom. Just, you know, Atlantis mermaids, okay? Lemuria mermaids, merfolk, mermen, like, you know. They sent you powers of protection this lifetime, and it was damn near all the energy that they have, because they still exist where you may have transitioned from. Do that make sense? If this person unalived you from your original state, the people that are there, the energy still reside there. So they had to find you, track you down over the different lifetimes. This person was able to unalive you and extract your energy, and they were finally able to locate you in this lifetime and send you. I mean, like, they put together most of their energy to send it to you through dreams, light codes, and everything to protect you. You have extra protection here. And these are energies. You may have a dragon or a Pegasus here in the ethers. I'm telling you, you got a lot of protection, right? And in your third lifetime, before this energy could time jump, soul transfer, They sent out what is known as a golem and hellhounds after this person. And they even told me in the download that these things since life 3 or life path 3 or timeline jump 3 or soul transference 3, y'all take it as it resonates. They told me that the hellhounds, the golem has been on this person's trail. It has been on this person's trail. It has its scent. They have your scent, and they have been able to differentiate or just, separate your energy from this person's energy, because the only reason why this person has lived is because of your energy. They've been able to do this. Is how powerful your energy is. Okay, this is how powerful your energy is. But that's why the Ace of Wands is there. That's why the Ace of Wands is there. Okay, that's why the King of Pentacles is there. That's why this person may be showing up in this lifetime as King of Pentacles, because they've used your power, your resources, your power as a resource, bro, to get money, to make money. It's your gift. Like you hella powerful. So in this lifetime, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Yeah, and listen, in this lifetime, this person tried to show up as your divine counterpart. I cannot make this shit up. I said there's something about age here, but that's because this person would try to show up as your divine counterpart. I didn't say that they were. Don't let that go over your head. They would have tried to show up as your divine counterpart to lay you to rest in this lifetime. Then I say this could be your life path number 4. This is a 4th lifetime. You got your original life. You got your original, your place of origin. That's your original timeline. You have your second life, where you probably were this person's wife. Your third timeline, where you probably were this person's like ex-girlfriend, somebody they work with, a college mate, anything like that. And in this lifetime, this person would have showed up as, and maybe in the past life, they were a parent in a past life. Just take it as a resonate. They could be a parent in this life. Because 2 of Cups, mind you, 2 of Cups don't always mean like romantic relationships. Mother, father, father, child, mother, child. This could be a grandchild, grandparent. This could be somebody you work with. This somebody that is of a close, soulful or spiritual connection with you in one way or another. Just because they're a close spiritual connection doesn't always mean that they're a close spiritual connection of high vibing or good kind. Don't let that. That's why I've been telling people lately, bro. Don't let that's your twin flame, that's your soulmate. Don't let that shit get you fucked up out here. Because people been using that to get close to people, to lay their ass to rest and unalive them. Siphon from them. Connect to them in the dream state as their person. This is how they been doing it. That's why I've been identifying that shit, bro. Like, well, this person was going to come to you in one way or another as your 2 of Cups, or they have to lay you to rest. And this is your 4th lifetime, because that's the 4 of Swords. Yep. Because in this lifetime, you know why? Because specifically in this lifetime, in the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius, they say it's air, but Aquarius is water. I don't know what we're doing here. We got to get shit back on track. Aquarius is water. Yes, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air sign. But when you hear Aquarius, don't you hear agua, aquatic? I just don't know about that. And with the age of information, if water is around us, above us, inside of us, and it is a conduit, which means that it is the very thing that is used to transfer information and their souls and their spiritual information and their guidance from one place, one realm, one parallel, one paradigm to another. Aquarius, the age of information being transferred via the water, Aquarius will be fucking water, bro. They need to quit playing with my fucking intelligence. They be pissing me off. Never mind. You know. Because in this lifetime, just like in your original lifetime, You were called to, at a young age, to embody or inherit the title of centurion. That's an elder. That's like divine counsel. That's like supreme being counsel energy. That's like divine judge. That's like a cosmic counsel being judge here. You would be considered an elder at a young age. That's because in this particular lifetime, you were called to be that. It came back around. That's why. Yeah. It came back around because this was something that was bestowed. I cannot make this up. This was bestowed to you originally in your original life. Just because somebody unalived you does not mean that it's not yours, bro. It doesn't mean that that just passes you up when it chooses. The title is chosen for you. This is a spiritual, energetic thing here that happens. That title follows your energy wherever you go, down bloodlines, across realms, across times, across lifetimes. It follows you. It has already been bestowed upon you. That's why this person kept unaliving you in every other life. And they probably gained the riches, the wealth from your sacrifice and the money, the energy, you know what I mean? But in this lifetime, it's a no-go. You know why? Because spiritual court came in, or a lot of spiritual cases from people from past life karmics and stuff like that, have been reheard or retried in spiritual court as the Galactic Council has taken their awakened and taken their seat. They are hearing everything in spiritual court. They're not just from this life, but from every other past life. You hear me? You may have even been set up in a past life. This person may have even named you as a witch in a past life. They could have been a very close friend and named you as a witch and had you burned. That was to help them get you sacrificed for your power. And this person was able to take this power and soul transfer and timeline hop and manifest money. So this person would have more than likely been somebody of status, okay, in every one of your lives. Because mind you, that's what was stripped from them in the first life, the original life. But with the energy of centurion power that you were, bro, you were crowned. You hear me? You were crowned this power in your original life as a child. Just because you passed away, it goes right with you. The title still follows you. The crown, the power, the authority vested in you, it still follows you. It still follows you. And it followed you into this lifetime. This lifetime, you were up for this. This is, you know, like your time has come back around. This thing has come, this endowment, okay, has come back around. It has come back around. Okay? It had to make its way through the different bloodlines and stuff, but it found you. It found you. Okay? Knight of Wands and the High Priestess, it found you. This person has been the key player behind the scenes in your energy. Because technically, the title, this is Elder. Elder High Priestess. You coming out as the Hierophant and High Priestess. But you know what that's also giving me? If this person is a King of Pentacles in this lifetime, and whatever it may be, they were going to show up like your person. If this is a relationship, divine union, they were going to show up as if they were your person, because they knew that only the person that you choose in this lifetime, only the person that you choose in this lifetime would be bestowed the same power as you, the Hierophant, the High Priestess. But you embody both. You embody both since a child. This divine masculine and divine feminine energy. This is Hierophant and High Priestess energy. You embody both. They both lie with you. In this lifetime, as the divine council woke up and they reheard cases, they put the power in your hands. You would have to choose who would be able to embody the masculine. If you're masculine, who would embody the feminine High Priestess energy? You would have to give it to them from you. You would have to choose, but it can't be over love spells, manipulation, deception. That's why this person is fucking sick. That's why they sick. This person is sick. This person has stomach problems. They can have STD or STI as well, but they have stomach problems. This is like a lot, because I got that in the beginning of this read. Is this person has like their stomach is locking up permanently. It won't move. It won't budge. They can't use the restroom. They probably can't eat because food is not being broken down. This person is sick because you have the healing power. And you would have had to choose them. And if this is a person that is an ex that showed up in player energy here, because they were in player energy, it automatically disqualified them from being eligible to be your mate. Yep. Yep. King of Cups in the reverse. 6 Cups. I'm telling you. Yep, because somebody was just waiting. This person could be a King of Wands. But see, this is why I don't fool with, y'all gotta understand. I'm not big on zodiac or saying this person, if I say no for sure that this person embodies that or I'm called to do that, I do that. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I don't want to limit y'all by thinking the message could pertain to somebody that's a fire. You could be a fire sign, but in a past life, you could have been an air sign, an earth sign, a water sign. You still are those things. You embody all the zodiac signs. So what if I have a pertinent message for you that you really need? Divine wants me to get to you, and then you write it out because I say, oh, this is for a water sign and you're a fire sign. Because that doesn't mean that it's not for you. So this is why officious or officious was it has come back around to let us know that we all embody all of the signs. Don't miss your mark or the signs because you're looking at one zodiac sign. Okay? We embody them all. When you ascend to a certain level, you'll know you embody them all. You're all the elements. You're all the things. So don't let that go over your head. So in the one past life, this person could have been a King of Cups. In this life, they could be a King of Cups in the reverse. They could be a Knight of Cups in the reverse. They could be a King of Wands. You hear me? They could be a King of Pentacles earth sign. They could be an air sign. They came out as the King of Swords. You know what I mean? You could be any of these things. You could have a lot of earth in your chart. Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles here. But somebody know with the Temperance energy, you would have had to solely pick, not from a love spell, but someone who keeps you in this pure energy, the pure embodiment of what you are. That means that your partner would have had to they would have to be somebody that you choose because they keep your childlike essence, your innocence, your purity, your free-spiritedness alive instead of trying to stifle it and kill it. You know? That's the energy. Even if you were to choose a person but this person has you feeling like anything but this, you have ancestors. Where they at? Show me where you are. You have ancestors that can step forward on your behalf and have a final say so. Like, you can choose who you want to, collective. Because we do that, bro. We do that. We'll pick the shit out of people because we love them out of all kinds of things, but they don't keep us in that pure energy, that essence, that who we truly are. They want to get us away from that. They want to stifle us. They want to snuff us out in one way or another. They want to snuff that part of us out so they can control us. Remember when I said this person purposefully imposed afflictions upon you, pain, and there was a way to control you, to gain access to you, but to dim you so much where they could access you and control you. And then it was like, it's almost like a trick you or manipulate you into picking them as your divine counterpart. However, because if that was the case before, you got people in the ethers, you got ancestors, you got spirit guides, you got people in the ethers. They It has to go through a chain of command now. Do that make sense? You choose them, then it has to go to this level of past loved ones, to this level of ancestors, to your star seed family, to the galactic council, and then to your place of origin. Like they all have to say yes on the person. If they with you, it's a no. And I know that sounds messed up, but it's for your safety. Yep. Three of swords. Three of swords. How did it end up on top of the Knight of Wands? How? I swear, I think I just shuffled them. I got the Temperance. I got the Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. We didn't have all that. I pulled that from over there. That's, that we ain't talking about. Not talking about that. But I pulled the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Temperance energy. If this person, if they, the deal breaker here in this lifetime in the age of Aquarius, knowledge, knowing, information exchange, if you choose somebody as a divine counterpart, the deal breaker is breaking your heart in any kind of way. That's what this person didn't know. I have a name for this person, for his original name. Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Justice. I'm telling you, if somebody show up, Three of Swords, Knight of Wands, you get what I mean? Like you got several different levels of, this person would have to go through several gates. Fucking A. The several gates, the seven bodies of heaven, the seven gates of trials that the soul must go through. You know? Oh no, I'm not going to say that person's name. I'm not going to invoke that name, but I have it written down. I know better than to speak certain names to invoke the name. But they would have to go through seven gates. Their soul would have to go through seven gates of justice, seven gates of balancing, seven gates of judgment. And the seven gates, at each gate, it's like one of your ancestors, one of your passed over loved ones, your spirit guides, your protectors, people from where you are originally from, energies where you're originally from. It would have this person's soul, they would be tried, they would be judged, and they would have to go through seven gates. And they would have to be, yeah. This person can't do that. They got to walk away. They had to walk away because this is the stipulation this lifetime. They would have to be pure of heart. Yes. 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 Jasmine. Honey, apple seed. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. But this person would have to be pure of heart like you. They wouldn't be able to even do a love spell or witchcraft, nothing like that to make you believe that they love like you or like they were like you. They would have to actually be judged. They would have to go through the gates to see if they are pure of heart and they match your purity, your innocence, your essence. And this person knew they found this out. Therefore, they end up having to walk away. And if they walk away without your energy, and this person is sick. This person is sick. Because if they skipped life or dying and they were cheating death all these lifetimes, this time they would have the actual death. And that is terrifying to this person because all they can see is you. All they would ever be able to see is you. From every lifetime. Man, 10 of Wands to the 5 of Pentacles. This person could be losing money. I mean, somebody went from the King of Pentacles to 5 of Pentacles like that. They went from being a person of stature and status to nobody. Like that. They went from being able to use your energy to cast burdens or project burdens and their trauma and karma onto other people to having to bear it all. Every last one of it coming back, they have to bear it all by themselves. like that. Yep, their well has been cut off. They've been blocked from your energy. And it's because you did the right thing. You took your power back. You healed. You remembered who or what you are. And if it's not to this extent, at least to an extent, you know, where this person can't do it anymore. And that's a tower. Because where this, I'm telling you, because this person has a blocked heart chakra, they were not going to be able to go through the 7 gates. And this person could have, this could be the person, and this could be a person that has not cried ever. Very stern face. They don't show a lot of emotion. This would be a person that mimics. This is not narcissism. This is sociopathy. This is no feelings. They can only mimic love. They can mimic emotions, but this person is not that. And this person woke up for the first time last night and they were crying, bro. I was crying uncontrollably. And I was like, I don't have anyone. There's no one around me. That was not my energy. It wasn't that. It was, I'm going to die alone. I'm not. I wish somebody were here to hold me. Child, yo, this person finna pass. They finna go through the final transition. They are at some type of final phase. But that's because they cheated death. See, where in the original life, this person should have just took being exiled. They still would have been able to live. They would have had to they probably would have been stripped of like immortality, and they probably would have had to been like live life as a mortal, but they still on land or wherever it may be. But they still had the chance at earning their keep in life, but without all the supernatural gifts and abilities here, because somebody couldn't contain their hatred and anger for a child, for something that was not meant for them. Because this what they would have did with the power hat they would have gained, or been the title of centurion would have been passed down to them. So they gave it to you. And this person was angry. They exhibited anger. And I don't feel like that is something that is very widespread from your kingdom, your origin, where you come from. They exiled this person, and where they still would have had a chance to live life and possibly earn their keep, make their way in a different way. How, no matter, they still had a chance, you know what I mean? And this person decided to commit the ultimate sin and soul hop. They killed you and they soul hopped. Oh, and they had other people like land dwellers help them do this to you. The original time, even in other lifetimes here, like you could have been alive during like slavery or that whole Salem witch burning thing. So in this life, this person could have even sent you through a life of like living purgatory, crucifixion, persecution. Because this is how this person has done it in every other life. If you were this person's wife in another lifetime, you had spiritual gifts then, okay? Healing abilities. You're real good at healing. Water is going to be your best friend. Even if you're not a water sign, water is significant. Spiritual baths, the beach, the ocean, showers, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated, working with water, making your holistic care based around different properties of water. Those are your go-tos. You know what I mean? But in another life, You could have been a healer of water. It's probably like a Irish traveler, okay? Celtic, Irish traveler, gypsy even. This person went and sacrificed you and had you unalived. And you were their wife, even if y'all had children, this person even sacrificed y'all children, child. Yeah. Because you were alive during the time of colonialism. Five of Wands, yeah, this person was responsible for having you unalived or help unaliving you when you were their wife and pregnant. That's how this person made you transition last time. And they were able to attach themselves to your heart, bind themselves to your heart, but this person has a blocked heart chakra. That's why. Yep, blocked heart chakra. Now this person is blocked out of ever being able to have another life cycle. This one, I'm telling y'all that, bro, that like we're gonna have talks. We're gonna have talks. We're gonna have some serious talks. So that's why I was saying this you do what you want to do, but you know that desperate times call for desperate measures, right? And that's on your behalf and this person's behalf. This person will do anything. This person will do anything to get back in your energy. And although they may be genuine, it's too risky. And this will be a situation for me. I can't say. Trying to be as neutral as possible. I would give this to God. This person would have to ask for their forgivenesses or their repentance, their forgiveness, like through God. This person would not be able to be anywhere near me. Especially if you are aware that this is a person that has betrayed you in one way or another in this life. The worn shoes. This is a person from your past. We're going to do one thread of the soul. I could not make this shit up. The worn shoes and the tower. The worn shoes and the tower. Look at that. I cannot make this shit up, bro. This person they going to the place of never land, nowhere, the place of purgatory, the in-between, wherever you want to call it. This says the map of no names. This will be placed in the book of forgotten names. It will be exiled out of history, out of their name, their existence will be stricken from every timeline. You know how bad, what kind of being you gotta come up against in order to get that type of final punishment, finality. Bro, we gonna talk about these things because the stuff that I've been learning as I do the reading, it be like, what? When they told me about the book of forgotten names, I was like, what's that? Where is that? They gave me the information. I have, pre-records from 2 years ago and stuff that I was doing, and they told me about people that were going to go in the book of forgotten names, the people that were going to go into like limbo, purgatory. They told me what it was like. They told me what spiritual court was like. They told me about the Galactic Council. They told me about it's actually 12 gates, but the 7 gates to most, because, and they call they most cultures only revere or they only reference 7 gates because most souls have not been able to make it past the 4th gate. And you know what the 4th gate is? Heart chakra. Heart chakra. These are these are gates that test us by our root chakra, by our sacral chakra, by our solar plexus, by our heart, by our throat, our speech, how we used our throat chakra, how we used our third eye, how we used our crown. You get what I'm saying? Most people don't make it past the heart chakra gate. They never make it past that gate. But that's because it's been designed that way to trick and manipulate people to keep their heart chakras closed. But we're coming out of that. We're learning that, bro, we can't be like the people that broke our heart. Okay. The broken soul. This is the threads of the soul, a deck to explore, rewrite, and reclaim your. This says a deck to rewrite, explore, and reclaim your story. The broken spell. It's over. Whatever they did, he can't do it anymore. What belief or illusion has been shattered? How can you rebuild with newfound wisdom? Yep. You turning over a new leaf because you have all your power back from this person. This person is not they will not be a dark influence, negative influence in your life anymore. Yep. There's your golden key and the guardian. This person has been a shapeshifter. Didn't I tell you, like soul transference? This person has been many different people in your lifetimes. I feel like I should take the first three. Threes are significant here, as you know, you've had 3 past lives and this is your 4th one, and it's like, hell, 4 is a charm. Why not? I'll shade a 444. The turning leaf, it says, what chapter of your life is coming to an end? How can you honor what has passed while embracing what comes next? Love it. And you got guardians. This next part of your life, you completely guarded from any shapeshifter energy. So this person can try it, or anybody else think they can come and they can, and that's over. Because you got the golden key, the golden compass. It says, what opportunity or insight is just out of reach? What inner resource can unlock the next step? The inner resource is your energy, your power being returned back to you. That's your key. All the periods of stagnation or you being knocked down, that's been this person. Even if they show up like other people, that's been this person. You're being guarded from this person. They've been found. Golem has found them, and the hellhounds. They done cut this person's well off. Off. Okay. 1 or 2 from I don't know if they wanted me. Did y'all want me to take that card? This person is also, you would know this person by their perfectionism. This person has a real bad problem with perfectionism, but they show up in the world, they're not anywhere near perfect, but they have this problem with everyone and everything being proud of them. You'll know that here. These are the threads of karma. Them didn't want to shuffle. I don't know if they don't want me to get anything on your past. Look at all the different this person is. This person has a real bad problem with perfectionism. And I feel like that you look at this person like, you're not fucking perfect. You're far from it. Like, how you gonna want everything and everyone to be perfect, and look at you? So this was the first card. I feel like I am going to take it. Yep. So it says, break free from emotional dependence. True independence comes from within. Free yourself from emotional reliance on others. These are the emotional ties to this person from past lives. Because there you go right there. Rewrite the way you love. When pain becomes the pattern in love, it's time to relearn connection, begin again, and differently. That's what this card says. Because this person had your heart chakra. That's your power center, your power source right there. Your purity, your love, your earth angel, your temperance, your high priest, high priestess. You don't get there or be able to embody that power with a blocked heart chakra, right? So this is how this person was able to infiltrate your life every lifetime, through your heart space, through loving you, through being some type of emotional connection to get near you. Yep. Spirit wants you to forgive yourself. If they ask you to do it, you like, forgive myself for what? Like, I don't know, just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Shoot. That we have times in our life where we go through things, we let people do us a certain way, we stay too long, and then we're down on ourselves, very pessimistic. Hey, okay, Spirit is saying, forgive yourself for not being able to forgive this person. That makes sense. If this person did something so bad to you this lifetime, maybe not, maybe you don't realize it to the spiritual or past life extent, right? But if this is a person, mom, father, ex-husband, friend, whatever it is, and they did something so terrible to you where you just don't want to see them, you don't want to face them, you'll never give them the opportunity to speak to you, to face you, to even give you an apology because you don't trust that that's where you're at with this person. Spirit is saying, forgive yourself for this. Because it's okay for us to be able to forgive ourselves for not being able to forgive another. Some shit be bad, collective. It's be bad. And that's in those events, we forgive ourselves and we ask God for forgiveness, right? Because some things be bad. I don't give a damn how high you get and how much you stop caring. Some things some people you just like, you find out and you like how, bro? How can you be human? How could I even let you around me? How do you have, it pisses you off even more and re-injures you when you think that people have the audacity to do to you what they have done to you and then have the nerve, the balls, the gutso, the audacity to even stand and look you in your face ever again. And there are just some people that just can't come back from certain things, collective. And we can't always say, we forgive you. That's not true and it's unrealistic. But in times where I find myself not being able to forgive people, I forgive myself for not being able to find forgiveness in my heart. And I'm a forgiving person. And I go to God and I ask God to do it for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. So this is what this is saying, because of the way you love this person and because of how this person did you, or because how you tolerated this person or anyone else in your life. And this will help you to release emotional dependence. Forgiveness isn't for others, it's for you, and it always has been such. Free shame, that's that pessimism. And if you cannot do it, Most High is there, your spirit team's there, Divine is there, Divine Mother is there. Soul tribes are there for some of you, And this will allow you to honor the contract of your past. Accept past choices. Because you already accepted to be centurion, elder. You've already accepted this. The moment that these things happen, I feel like that the emotional release of dependence has happened. You've been in this energy or stage of reevaluating your love life. No matter what you love, your kids, your family, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your exes, your kids' parent, whatever. I feel like you've been in a stage lately of reevaluating that. You're in this stage of letting go. You're in this stage of, okay, you're healing from that, But you may be stuck and feel like that you're stagnant because you haven't forgiven a particular person or particular people. But maybe they did stuff too bad to you to where you don't want to forgive them. But there's a solution, Divine is saying. Forgive yourself for not being able to forgive them, and then ask God for forgiveness and to rectify the situation for you, that how it needs to be. The moment that happens, boom. Your initial life, your origin life, soul contract, everything. I feel like you've been getting a lot of big spurts of energy, right? Like your sleep pattern is back on track. Maybe you have more energy to do things, and you were feeling real like lazy, down, and in the bed, sickly, whatever the case may be. And you've been having these bursts of energy, these newfound creative ideas, these new That's your energy being returned back to you from this person because this person's sick. Because they can't hold your energy. This person could be a king of cups in this life. I'm telling you, a king of cups, king of swords type of energy. In this lifetime. That's for some of you. Not all, whatever. Take it as it resonates. Let's cleanse and purify that energy, transmute it into a higher vibrational energy. And that includes any and all negative energy that may be embodying or surrounding this energetic read, or that may have been thrown from someone in the collective that may be in that negative, low vibrational, dark, or wicked energy, and allow it to be cleansed, purified, and transmuted into the highest form of vibrational energy to be split amongst myself and the collective to help all of our fruitions, our dreams, our desires, our protection, our healing come into fruition quicker, faster, tenfold, and 10 times as fast, thrusting us forward 10 times quicker. Ashe. And maybe we magnify our protective shields around our mind, body, soul, spirits, and especially our hearts. And I love being of service to y'all collective and giving y'all out the messages. Y'all be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. At the very least, check back with me for periodic updates, as I do many of them collective, because I got a lot to share. We got a lot to learn. Hey, I'm learning some, you know what I mean? But I love y'all collective, straight from the heart, straight from the divine. And as I release your energies back to you and your respective places with love and light, I'm going to close all doors, portals, and windows to and from my energetic field at this time that I have attached to, that I have allowed to attach to me. I'm going to disconnect those energetic cords indefinitely at this time and heal and seal all leaks in my auric field and subtle bodies at this time. Reestablish my auric field and toroidal field of protection, safety, and sovereignty, allowing me to reestablish my level of authority over this energetic space, my life, and all other parts of me subtly. And I don't know what's other than subtle. It's late, y'all. Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. I love y'all. Have some sweet dreams and stay cleansed. Spiritual baths, water bath, the beach, walking, sun gazing, walking in the sun, sitting in the grass, standing in the grass. Take advantage of all those free things, collective, free things that are utilized or that are afforded to us by the Divine Mother, Earth Mother Gaia, in order to help us cleanse ourselves, purify ourselves, and keep us high vibing as possible as we go through this spiritual and galactic warfare, right? It seems like we ain't been touched. Most of us out here we just looking at what we came out of, we good. It's like it's a war in the sky, and we like, yeah, we know. It's that energy, and if you don't have that energy, I hope you find you some, you know what I mean? But until next time, collective, as I release y'all with love and light, as I like to say, deuces and Godspeed.